7 signs God is preparing you for marriage. The first sign, you will start to learn how to become more mature. God will teach you patience and forgiveness and selflessness because, my dear friend, you are going to be needing a lot of that in marriage. Marriage requires not just physical maturity, but it also requires spiritual and mental maturity. God will teach you the importance of forgiveness and letting go and not having to have the last word, and how insignificant it is to win the argument. Second sign, you will appreciate your own company. God does not want you to idolize the idea of marriage. God wants to be your first priority. He wants to be your main focus. You should go into marriage as a whole individual and not looking for a spouse to complete you. Marriage is the union of two whole individuals, and God wants you to find wholeness in Him first. God wants you to see yourself as whole, as loved, as chosen, with or without a ring on your finger. The third sign, God will heal you of past hurts. You know, hurt people. And it's not going to be healthy for you to bring your past hurts from your past relationship into your marriage. God will help you to work on your heart and on your mind because you have to be fully healed in order to be able to love another person properly. The fourth sign, God will give you the desire to learn more about marriage. God will give you the desire to read, to listen to messages on marriage, to read good books on marriage. Personally, this is how God prepared me for marriage. He gave me the desire to start reading books on marriage. I started reading books on marriage. I started listening to messages. I started listening to sermons on marriage. I often visited the bookstore to buy books on marriage until the bookstore owner had to ask whether I was married. And I said no, that I was just preparing. And that was almost 9 years ago. So I'm telling you, you need to read good books on marriage. You need to start reading. You need to start gaining knowledge about the needs of man and the needs of a woman. And I'm not trying to say that if you read books, if you have knowledge, that you are not going to have any challenges in your marriage. But the knowledge helps you to navigate through those challenges with ease. When you have knowledge, you know how to handle things correctly. So reading books on marriage is going to help you a lot. And when God starts giving you desires to read books on marriage, then it is a clear sign that He is preparing you for marriage, because you need to know what you are getting yourself into. You need to have knowledge. You need to have an idea of what you are getting yourself into. So if you are single and you are watching this, I would love to encourage you to go and read more books on marriage. Start reading books on marriage from a biblical point of view. And please listen to audio messages on marriage. It is going to help you a lot. I'm telling you. The fourth sign that God is preparing you for marriage is that God is going to start teaching you about managing your finances. You are going to start learning how to manage your finances. You are going to learn how to spend wisely and not buy things on impulse. You spend your money on things that are really important to you. You don't have to buy everything that is trending. You just buy the things that are important to you. You learn how to spend wisely and not buy things on impulse. You are going to start learning how to prioritize and how to save your money. So one of the ways that you will know that this is God teaching you about your finances is when you go to buy some things, you will feel that inner knowing, that voice, you know, that still small voice in your heart that tells you, no, don't buy that, you don't need it. That is God preparing you. That is God teaching you how to be wise in spending your money. God will teach you to stop buying things you don't need to impress people. Another sign that God is preparing you for marriage is that God will sharpen your discernment. You are no longer after the looks or the physical appearance. You know, looks can be deceiving. As you spend time with God, you will have better discernment. You are no longer looking for a man or a woman because of how they look. It is no longer about their outward appearance. It is now about getting to know and to love the person and not just their body. Another sign is that God will teach you to be a keeper of the home. You should learn to keep your house clean and organized. You should also learn to keep your body clean. You should learn to cook and to clean well. And all of these things are things you continue to learn and things that you continue doing even after you get married. I hope this video was helpful. Do subscribe. God bless you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.